All right, so I know the Grand Cross anniversary is happening right now, and there are a lot of new players slash returning players like myself who maybe don't know what to do. Maybe you guys are having trouble getting resources, materials, stuff like that. I just want to go over what I do on a daily in the game, just so that way people can, I don't know, maybe have a better understanding of how they should move, what they should be doing, etc., etc. Burnout is real. Burnout is real, and it'll get you. It'll get you when you least expect it. So, you know, don't try and do too much because it will cause you to lose interest in the game, and it'll also make it more of a chore than it is to just have fun. Because at the end of the day, gotcha games, gaming in general, should be fun. It shouldn't feel like a chore, a job, stuff like that. But yeah, so let's go ahead and let's just do a rundown, or whatever, a walkthrough of what I do on a daily when I log into the game. So we'll go ahead and let's start with a few simple things like quest. So excuse me. I always try and do my daily task and my weekly task. I don't always complete all the weekly tasks. And to be honest, the weekly tasks are good, but you should really focus on dailies most of the like I would say like 7 out of 10 of the times, if not all the time, because the weekly is good, but for a brand new player or someone who hasn't played the game in years, again like myself, the Demon King battle can kind of be a little bit of iffy. You might not be too interested in PvP. You might not have teams, so you can't do brawl. Knighthood boss battle, that's pretty simple. But again, if you're a newer player, you might not even have units to do it. Cooking is easy. Now we have the Supreme Deity battle, which I can't beat for some reason. I'm gonna really have to watch videos and guides and everything. Shout out to Amazing because he makes really good guides. But I'm gonna have to watch like videos on it. So we have the Supreme Deity battle now. That's good. And then I cleared a few. You do get a lot of stuff though. That's the good part about playing the weekly tasks, like completing them. You do have a lot of materials that they give you, because you look at this, you get so many like things that build up over time. It's not about getting it all in one go. It's about building up over time, right? So the weekly tasks are good, but again, the dailies are really what matter. Can I look at the daily? Yeah. So you can see, right? You can see all the stuff that you get from just doing the dailies every day. You get anvils, awakening, like for equipment. You get skip tickets, diamonds. So really, if you're not gonna, go too heavy into the game, kind of a light, maybe having a light week on Grand Cross or Gotcha or whatever. Maybe you don't have time, you're busy with work or family. At least try to complete the daily task so that way you can get these rewards. Again, that's pretty simple and a common, I guess, common advice that players get. So, but it is good advice. It is good advice. So be sure to do that. So once I do that, I'll then start going into seeing what I need to get done. So every day, or at least I try to every day. It might be different if you're a new player. You might not have the material to do, or not to do, but you might not have the material to awaken some of your units with the old material. And what I mean by that is you might not have red, gray, and or crimson mats for awakening. Let me just go to someone who is an awake. Yeah. That's actually, I'm gonna do Gelda because I kind of want to show it off. So if we go to Gelda, right, she needs to be awakened. Now I'll go ahead and I'll do the whole thing. So if you're a new player, oh no, I don't have enough demon mats. That's probably gonna be a reoccurring issue. I don't know, they do give out a lot of mats now. Like I say that, but they do give out mats like a lot. So it's not, it's not like it was in the old days where you would have to do your red, gray, crimson demon. You don't have to really focus on that anymore, per se. But still, you might not have enough. So this is what I mean, right? So I have 3,000 of the red demons, so I should be good for a little bit until I really start going crazy, awakening characters and whatever. But then you got to keep going to level 80. So once you reach level 80, I think Yeah, it's just 80. So once you reach level 80, you'll have to do all of the Crimson, Gray, and Demon mats for your characters. Like you'll have to get these materials, and then after that, it becomes the original Demon, Belmoth, and then just these pendants. But yeah, it is it is a grind. It is a grind. So my advice and what I usually do is I will actually go and I will actually do my demons every single day. So for me, I do, and I can actually just do this right now because you know I, I'm gonna clear it either way. So for me, for what I do is I always every day try and do Belmoth and the original demon. Now these days, I don't know if it's just me personally, but a lot of people don't really send invites like they did in the OG days of Grand Cross. So really, I can only get 3 done every day, which isn't a lot. But once you start doing it over the course of a month and so forth and so forth, it does end up becoming a it does end up building up over time. And then you have your real time joins, which obviously you can do. I don't do Indra yet. I'm not feeling like I'm comfortable doing it. I probably will soon. I'm starting to get a really good character list, so I probably will start doing Indra very soon. But again, for now, it's just Belmoth and the OG Demon that I do every single day, and I try and get that done. So that's something I like to do personally. The next thing I'll do is if there's any events going on, I'll try and clear, events every day. I'll try and get stuff, try and buy stuff if I can with materials from these events. So right now we have the 7th anniversary going on. So there's a lot of events happening and that are going to continue to happen over the course of the next couple weeks. Right now we have this the Gloom. So Gloom, he can be a little challenging because most of the time I just kind of max it out. But with Meliodas here, it is kind of a breeze. I'm not gonna lie. He's still tough, but it's not bad. I actually haven't been doing him much. I kind of been skipping out on him a little bit, but I plan to get back on that. But really, what you want to do is you want to get the materials for the shop anyway. You honestly don't have to, like, there's no real reason for me to go all the way up to here. I just do it because it gives you more, but you don't have to, right? Because it's not a lot that they give you once you're low. 20 is good because it gives you 20 extra, but you absolutely do not have to do it. And I think it's on all of these too, right? So you could do hard and you could get 10 extra pieces too. So it's not necessary to do that, but again, clearing out the shop will definitely be the best way to go about it. For now, I just kind of hit the things that I needed. When I do this again, I will go for Belmoth and the original Demon, and then I'll probably get these cosmetic upgrade materials, potion. So there's a lot of good stuff in these shops. It's not like there's an overabundance that you can get. They usually only let you get like 10 or 20. Also, sorry if you see the lights flicker. I don't know what's going on with my lights. I don't know what the hell's happening, but yeah, I apologize for that. But then you also have this too, where you can get a lot of we'll just go ahead and hit this, where you can get a lot of material like these gold boxes and etc etc. So yeah, you want to make sure you're doing your events. You want to make sure that you're doing that. I know sometimes it could be a little monotonous, but it is worth it in the long run if you plan on getting these materials, right? So make sure you're doing that. And there are a couple of the events locked, but they'll be opened up soon enough here. The next thing that I'll do is I'll click on the tab and I'll make sure that I'm doing my patrols, right? Patrol it's easy to kind of skip over. You want to make sure, hey, I did all my patrols. It gives you skip tickets. Sometimes, like right now, I'm not sure how long they're gonna be doing this, but they have the special reward. At least for me, they started with Tiore. I'm not sure if they did this before previous years, but for me it was Tiore. But they give you this memory crystal box that you can only get in Demon King battle. Super good, super good. Extra anvils and everything like that. So honestly, it's a really good little thing to just click on, auto select characters, and be done with it. It's nice. Then you go to Fort Solgris. So what I do at Fort Solgris is I just kind of go through. I don't really care too much about the battle events. It is free diamonds, so if you want to, you know, do these missions, and then you'll get the 2 diamonds. I don't normally really care too much about the battle event, and that, you know, maybe that's a fault on me, but I just personally don't really care too much about that. So I kind of skip over that. Right now we have the Fort Solgris reward dungeon, and it gives you, you know, a couple of things that you could benefit from, like diamonds. It gives you gold boxes, gives you evolution material, stuff like that. But the main thing you want to do is you kind of want to go through. If you have these, you want to get them done, right? This is going to give you so much stuff, like so much stuff. It's going to give you pendants. It's going to give you treasure chests. It's going to give you potions. So it's really good to do this when you have, I wait for 5 out of 5, but if you want to do it like 3 out of 5, you can. So do this for sure. If you have any of these time limit dungeon keys, make sure that you're focusing on anvils, the super awakening coins. These, I'm not too sure. I guess, yeah, so these are used for Chaos of Constellations. I guess that's really why you do Endora too. I don't know for sure. I don't want to say that's definite, but you know, it definitely is something I think new players slash returning players can kind of get away from. You don't really need to do Tower of Chaos, but the Broken Clock Tower and Tower of Eternity, you do want to do those. You absolutely do. You want to get those done. And then these, these ones are good, but they just cost gold coins and platinum coins and silver coins. Personally, I don't touch these, but if you have a super large overabundance of gold coins and silver coins and platinum coins, they can be good because they do give you quite a bit of stuff, right? They can be good. I'm not saying they're absolutely like, oh my god, out of this world, but they can be. They definitely can be good. So you just want to make sure you're doing your Fort Solgris every day if you have the chance to, especially your enhanced potions. I would say for me right now, you know, I try and get at least 20 done a day if I can. I don't want to go too crazy with my skip tickets because the skip tickets, you guys see, I have 197. I'm super conservative with skip tickets right now. I don't want to waste it, and then when I really absolutely need some, I don't have any. I don't want to, you know, be SOL if I need them. So I'm super conservative. The evolution books, again, of course, are good. Gold grinding is a huge thing in this game. You're going to need gold like crazy, especially with LRs. I'm telling y'all, LRs, they cost so much, and then you have to upgrade. It's a lot. So grinding gold is good. I think the best way to grind gold, is Saturdays and Sundays, because Saturday, you know, it's the double gold, but then Sunday's the best. Sunday's the absolute best to do it because you can actually, is it not halved? Oh, okay. My apologies. I thought this was halved. So is it on Saturday? Maybe on Saturday the stamina is halved. I don't know. I'm not going to speak with ignorance here. I don't want to give any wrong information if I can help it. So, but again, I do think that because it's double gold, either way, it's the best way to do it on Saturdays and Sundays. During the weekday, I don't touch this at all. Actually, I like if I absolutely have to, I will. But you know, I don't really touch that during the weekdays. The weekends, I'll definitely get some gold from there. But what else? So we went through the Fort Solgris. I'm trying to think what else I kind of do on a daily here. You know, knighthood. You check in if you have a knighthood, of course. You know, just to get some extra stuff. Again, you want to do your Demon King and Supreme Deities if you can do it every week. I don't know about using coins to redo it, but you know, you definitely do want to at least try and do this every week, right? We definitely do. I do my Demonic Beast. I kind of slacked off this week a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I did this one. I did this one. The rat. I can't. Again, you know, I can do it. He's just so annoying. Like the rat is so annoying. I'm telling y'all, the rat. He's gotta be one of the worst bosses in the game. Just because of the game. He's not these days. He's not super hard, but he's really like gimmicky, and I don't really like it. Like it's fine to have gimmicks in a fight. Like having gimmicks in a fight isn't bad, right? When you start doing shit like poison debuff, shock debuff, what's the other one? Bleed debuff, and then they're moving depending on which debuff you have. I'm like, nah, I'm done. Like I'm done. I'm absolutely okay. Needhog was actually pretty easy. I didn't think he'd be that easy. Skull and Hottie now a cake. Of course, these two are pretty easy. I don't touch. I'm gonna probably get into the transcended floor, right? I probably will, because that's the next step for demonic beast for me. I probably will end up getting there. Oh, now, oh, okay, interesting. So now I since I got enough holy relics, I think it's saying I can just do this or something. I'm not too sure, but anyway, doesn't matter. So I do these guys every week because holy relics are super important in the game. They they can actually just completely overhaul a character. They really can. So holy relics are important. I try and craft those, or not craft, but do the demonic beast every week. Reset is in 9 hours from now, so I'll get those done again once they do reset. So super important to do that. Okay, I guess we're gonna talk about it. PvP. I'll say it here. I'll say it again. I'll say it time after time. I hate PvP and gacha games. I hate PvP and gacha games. Why? Because gacha games are meant for big spenders. If you have a PvP based game that is a gacha, obviously the spenders are going to have a way bigger chance to win than the casual player or the free to play. That's not an excuse to not play PvP. I'm just giving you a reason why I don't play it. And I damn sure don't touch gear. Don't even try and touch geared. But for normal like PvP, I will actually do. I'm at Platinum 2 right now. I do plan on getting to champion because 60 gems is wild, right? 2 multis. Now someone's like, 2 multis, that's it. That is every week. So as long as you can stay in that champion 1 bracket every single week, I mean, you're getting 2 multis every single week on top of whatever gems you get during the week too. Like, again, something big with gacha games is people tend to want overabundance of stuff, and I'm guilty for this too. Now that I'm going on 27 in a couple of months here, I'm not a teenager anymore, and I'm definitely not. I'm still young, but I'm not a 21-year-old, right? So my aspect and my outlook on gacha games has changed dramatically, and I can tell you right now, I definitely do not waste my time with trying to worry about overabundance of stuff. It'll come. That's all I'm going to say about that. But PvP is good. You want to make sure, again, you're in that champion 1 bracket to get the 60 gems. And then I forget if you get, I don't think you get gems for the whatchamacallit, for the geared. I think you get coins. So in geared PvP, you get coins. So yeah, 2,000 here, 3,000. So yeah, you get coins in the geared, which can be good because there's a lot of good stuff in the shops. So keep that in mind. What else? I think that's pretty much it. Like on a daily, like if I'm just playing to play, I think that's pretty much it. There's not much else that I really do in the game. Make sure I get all my tasks done. Make sure that I'm grinding out the demonic beast. Trying to get as much. Oh, you know what? There is one thing else, something else I am forgetting. So over here in the coin shop, I do every single day because if you summon every single day, I do get these guys, the skip tickets, and I also get stamina pots every single day. Like every single day. how many ever I can get, I'll take it. So the reason why I do that, so that way, I never, quote unquote, I never run out. I try and be ultra conservative with stuff sometimes, and I try and I try and be mindful of how I'm spending stuff in the game or whatever. So I always do that. There's a lot of things here that you could, quite honestly, benefit from. But in my honest to God opinion, for a returning player or a new player for the shop here, right? We're not talking about platinum, festival, or I think they're called master coins, these purple ones. We're talking about just gold and silver. So gold and silver, unless you're like right at the cusp of a level 100 or something, then you can probably buy these. But I think it's way more worth it to just save your gold coins every day for skip tickets. I do, because you get 50 skip tickets every day. Every single day you do this, you get 50 skip tickets. That's super good, super good. And then this is infinite. The stamina pot. So if you have like 1,000 coins and you wanted 1,000 stamina pots, like legitimately, you could do that. like it's so crazy. So that's good. But other than that, what else? What else am I missing? There's nothing else really. I think that's it. I think that's it on a daily. For the most part, it's pretty common stuff, right? That you're doing, and that's just my go-to on how I like to play. I know a lot of people enjoy PvP might not be the right set of words, but a lot of people play PvP because that is the main thing with Grand Cross. Once you get your characters to a certain level, you limit break them, you true awaken them, you do the whole shebang to your character. Where do you want to go to test them out? Obviously, you want to go to PvP. The problem with PvP is that there's metas, there's units that can just absolutely just demolish your character no matter what you do. So, it ends up sometimes not being too fun, but if you like it, to each their own. If you like it, I love it. So honestly, I'm gonna wrap up the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below if you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you all later.